Welcome to another Kadosh moment of reflection. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects our minds, our beliefs, and our actions. The power of language and words. Words aren't just sounds. Words, my friends, are powerful. If you think about it, the way we use language can either clarify truth or cast a spell of confusion over the masses. We all know words like spell used to mean something quite literal. You could put someone under a spell by weaving a narrative that sways their perception. Today, we still see that happening, but in a more subtle way. It's psychological warfare with words. Take, for example, the word genocide. This word, when used today, carries a heavy connotation. Recently, certain political groups have been using this very word to define Israel's retaliation against Hamas for the atrocities they committed in October 2023. By using this term genocide, they're not just making a statement. They are altering the way people feel about the situation. It gets repeated enough times, and suddenly people start siding with the very same terrorists who committed rape, who killed people, innocent civilians, and caused unthinkable destruction. But if we look at the numbers, we get a very different picture. The enemies claimed themselves that IDF killed 60,000 people in Gaza. That's the high-end estimate, right? Well, Gaza's population in 2023 was over 2.3 million people. When you crunch those numbers, it becomes clear that we're talking about 2 or 3% of the population, far from what the term genocide actually means. Now, let's take a step back and look at the real genocides in history. The Nazis, יימח שמו, exterminated 6 million Jews during the Holocaust, and even now, Israel has a population of around 7 million Jews. You see the difference, right? We're talking real genocide here. But language has the power to distort, and people become so emotionally invested in a word that they forget to check the facts. And then we have the term Palestinians to refer to the people in Gaza. This is another linguistic spell being cast on the public, suggesting that there's a country called Palestine. But there isn't a recognized country called Palestine. Yet, by constantly using this term, it reinforces a false reality that keeps people locked in a narrative that's not true. They shape political realities, and they can either lead to truth or keep people in a dangerous illusion. This isn't a new phenomenon. We see this manipulation of language even in our holy Torah. Let's go to the story of the spies in Parashat Shelach. When the 12 spies were sent to scout the land of Israel, 10 of them came back with negative reports. But it wasn't just what they saw that was the issue. It was how they described it. They used words that instilled fear in the hearts of the Israelites. They talked about giants and fortified cities, and their words, those very descriptions, convinced an entire generation to lose faith in HaKadosh Baruch Hu and in themselves. That's how powerful language can be. Another example is the Tower of Babel. The people shared one language, and they used it to unite their ambition to build a tower that reached the heavens, challenging God's authority. But how did Hashem stop them? By confusing their language. Without a common language, their unity crumbled and they abandoned their plans. Words are not just tools. They're the foundation of human collaboration and conflict. We must be very careful with the words we use, and we must be even more aware of how others are using words to influence us. Political agendas, media narratives, even social movements. They all use language to shape how we see the world. It's on us to stop letting others control the narrative, and we have to hold on to the truth. The next time you hear words being used in a powerful way, ask yourself, what's the real definition? What's the actual truth behind the numbers? Are they trying to spell out a reality that isn't even there? As Jews, we know the importance of language. In fact, one of the first actions Hashem took in the Torah was to speak. Vayomer Elokim. And God said. Words create, so let's use them wisely. Let's be vigilant with our words and protect our minds from these modern day spells. And don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and spread the message. Language has power, but the truth, that has even more power.